Alright, we've installed our transmission dipstick tube. We've installed our emergency brake handle with brake cables. And now, what we just got finished doing, and I will show you in the car there, we just got done installing the throttle pedal. Now this is an upgraded throttle pedal. If Jeff wants to look inside the car over here, might have to climb inside there, Jeff. This is actually similar to a factory gas pedal. It's a hanging gas pedal. These are the best kind to use. This will have to be adjusted, okay, because that's way too high. When you pull on the cable, the pedal's there, so that means that we have to take this apart. This will actually come apart, put the pedal right here, and then stick this right here, see? Take this out and move it up to where it's up there. That way, it's all in perpendicular instead of sticking way up in the air like that. So that's going to be a nice pedal. I like it because it's got the rubber inserts on it and it's chrome plated. They also sell them that are ball milled aluminum. It's an adjustable pedal. It's a very, very easy pedal to install, and it looks really nice. We got a matching foot pedal that goes right, brake pedal pad that will bolt onto here. And part of putting your throttle pedal and cable and linkage and everything in is installing your throttle cable itself. Okay? And the first step to doing that is installing the stainless steel throttle cable bracket with springs from Locar. And that's also the bracket for your KickDown, okay? Because we're going to have to install our KickDown cable on this car for our transmission. It comes with the Allen wrench to make adjustments, and that adjustment right there is actually a stopper that hits the carburetor base plate, so when you're using it, it doesn't start binding like this, okay? Start moving around. So this is a real nice item. It comes with the chrome springs and everything you need really to install it. So the first thing that we want to do on installation of our throttle cable is we want to go ahead and install our bracket. Universal bracket, which will work on all General Motors items and will work with any aftermarket carburetor. It'll work with the Demon carburetor, it will work with a Holly carburetor, it will also work with an Edelbrock. Okay, I prefer Edelbrock carburetors, but that's just me. Everybody has their own opinion, and that's what I like. I've never had problems with them. This is a big engine. I'm sure that's a big carburetor, and everything will probably work very well together. You want to get everything out of the way that you can possible. That way, you're working in a nice, clean environment, and you're not going to hook anything up. And it's pretty self-explanatory which way the bracket goes. If you notice right here, you can see where that stopper screw is hitting the side of the base plate. Just like I told you, everything's going to be bolted right here, so it won't do this, see, when you're bolting it on. So you go ahead and bolt that on there just like so. And get it bolted down tight just like you were bolting your carburetor down. And the KickDown cable actually comes with its own throttle bracket to bolt onto this bracket. So when you purchase your KickDown cable, that will be in your kit with your KickDown cable. So set everything aside that goes to the carburetor because we don't need that right now. What we're going to do is we are going to install necessary pieces and items that you need to install. This KickDown cable is here. Nothing should be missing. There's the bracket that I was explaining goes on there. The reason that you have to put your KickDown cable on, I'm going to show you over here, is because this bracket, okay, bolts just like that. Okay, this screw comes off of here, just like so. Are you watching my hands? Okay, this bracket comes, the bolt, you take the bolt off, stick it in your hole, line it up, and then you want to put it on there. This hole right here, where these two holes line up, is where our throttle cable is going to go. Now, if you notice real close, okay, this little item, which is from the factory of Demon carburetors, will have to come off, because that is where our KickDown cable is going to go. Before we do that, I'd like to show you the pieces and where they go. Of course, naturally, this end is going to go in our transmission. And this job right here is a very, very peculiar job. And it's very tedious to do this job. So this is one of them jobs that you really have to take your time doing and do it right. Because if you don't hook up the little arm inside the transmission that hooks, right? If you notice when I push the cable out, if you do not hook that up, right there, there's a little eyelet right there. See the eyelet hole? Okay? You have to hook that on to the transmission linkage inside the kickdown area, the hole that this fits in. If that does not get hooked up, you will burn your transmission up. It's very important that that gets hooked up, and at the same time, this slides down on there. To ensure that it won't leak, make sure that you install both O-rings, and you also have a bracket that comes with this. And to install this bracket, all this will have to come apart. This will slide over the cable and go down on there. It's got its own little lock washer and Allen bolt, as you can see. So this is all a self-contained kit. Okay, it comes with all the hardware that you need, all the instructions, everything you need except a couple minor tools. If you look at the instructions real close, it pretty much tells you exactly what I'm talking about right here. And if you notice, on the kickdown cable, and that's where the spring hooks up. So take a good look at that. That goes down in the hole of the transmission where the kickdown is. There's a hook inside it that hooks on to the end that's in this housing. Once that's hooked on, because that's spring loaded, you have to pull that out with a pair of needle nose pliers, hook it on there, let go and push it in at the same time. If you are not qualified to do that, I would suggest that you have a professional install this cable for you, because like I was saying before, if you do not install that little item right there correctly, you will burn your transmission up. So I'm going to let Jeff do that. We'll come back and check up on him.